Got to feel in heaven when my lover's near. Lord, let this moment last for another year. Though today has ended, the night's still young, I'd say. Lover, don't go away. Let it be the thing that I am longing for. Let's fly out from Manhattan to the California shore, just to watch the ships at night on the San Francisco Bay. Oh, lover, please, please stay. Don't say you have to go. Don't say you need to run. I'll stop the clock on Central Station and we can have a drink downtown. Let it be the night that I am longing for. Let's fly down south to Austin or to Ecuador, just to drink pina colada on a hot, wet summer's day. Oh, lover, please, please stay. Yeah!
Sanka said, everybody. Oh, you're dying, you're dying. I'm the divine Danny D.
I'm the dying Diablo. I'm El Diablo.
And this is our Sanka said show, which I've already said.
See.
Part of the Department of Redundancy Department.
The redundancy? The redundancy.
Is that what we're starting with? You're starting with picking on what I have to say?
No, I was not. I was just, you made many redundants in the redundancy.
Department of Redundancy Department.
Redundancy. Yes.
That's what I said. A little foof on there.
Foof.
Welcome to the latest episode of Sanka Set. This is our nightcap episode.
Yes, but we're not
in the middle of this light out.
I know.
Too light out for a nightcap episode, but we're going to pretend it's light.
You know what? I will take the light outside. We can pretend.
We can pretend it's light.
Yeah.
So that's how you justify afternoon drinking.
This gives me hope.
Hope?
Hope.
That there's light outside?
That spring is coming. I don't know why. Like, I keep thinking I'm hanging so much hope on spring because I'm still convinced that part of my extreme depression is seasonal and not COVID related.
So I'm like, COVID season.
So I'm like, oh, when it gets nice outside, I'll feel so much better. But we'll go with that. Hola.
Hello, Santos. Good to see you. Welcome to the show. So today, for those of you who don't know who we are based out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada.
Indeed.
We are both, we were before the end times, or whatever this is now.
Before times.
In the before times. We were both burlesque performers. I was a comedian, a host, a producer, a writer.
I was a burlesque dancer and choreographer and teacher and host and...
all the things.
All the things. And now we do this.
And we decided once COVID hit, hey, we can't go anywhere, so let's bring everybody
into our home.
Us via this magical telephone.
Your telephone is magic.
It is a magic telephone. And today we're going to talk all about nightcaps. In order to do that, I bought us nightshirts.
I know.
You can't see this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, legs down here.
Okay, but legit, we're moving in 6 weeks, and I'm so excited that we now have matching nightshirts for our new home.
Yes.
And we look like we're going to go play football.
Yes, it's football nightshirts, which is ironic because I don't really do the sport.
Also, I don't really dream about sports, despite the fact that I wear Adidas.
I like sports movies. I will say that.
I like
We should do a
sports.
sports episode. We
I
don't
like
have a-
sports clothing.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I don't really. I'm not so good at sports.
No?
I am a dancer, which means I am an athlete. I am just not good at sports.
I always consider a dancer an artist, not an athlete. I know what they do has athletic elements to it, but to me, an athlete is in competition. Not all dancers are competitive.
That's a very interesting take on that, because as a dancer and someone who has taught, I've taught women, men, non-binary people. I've taught people from the ages literally of 3 years old all the way to 50 plus years old. And there is such a wah among young guys about how dance is for sissies. And I think why I'm so
You think
adamant. Oh yeah, still.
Really?
Why I'm so adamant. But having said that, I haven't taught young men of
For a
that
while.
age in probably 15 years. But I used to reinforce the fact that dancers are athletes because that was the only way to get them to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And physically, dance is extremely.
I was a man who was an artist. So to me, the art of it is what attracted me.
No, and-
When I started dancing, that's because of the art.
No, and I'm me as well.
Yeah.
But I don't want to dismiss.
And it's people who dance competitively. It's a very different kind of dance. I
Oh,
find.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I mean, I also did ballroom at times, which is competitive, and that has a very different element about it. Wow. Excellent. Well,
Yes.
today I'm so excited.
But
Today
our show has nothing to do with that.
has nothing to do with that.
all.
We just happen to have on nightshirts because of the nightcaps.
Yes.
Which we didn't get nightcaps, but that's because they're ridiculous.
Oh my god, I kind of wanted us to have those like Charlie
We
and the
both
Chocolate
look like
Factory.
Scrooge.
I'm okay with that. I know I'm not a
Oh
Scrooge.
boy! What day is it?
Did the grandparents in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory have night hats and shirts?
No, they didn't.
They had night shirts.
They had nightshirts.
But there was
See,
no
this is, the whole thing.
ridiculous
This is
night.
very reminiscent. When I was very young, very little,
When you were young?
very long. When I was just
Just a
along.
wee long.
When I was very little, and we would go to sleepovers at my grandmother's house.
Mhm.
One of the big reasons why it was very exciting to go sleep at grandma's house was that you got to wear nighties.
Okay.
So it would be like me, my brother, my cousin, my two cousins, the four of us would be just dressed in my grandmother's nightgowns.
Oh, so they weren't like kid nighties? They were
No,
like
they were my
grandma's-
grandma. No, my grandmother was 4'10", so she was not a
Okay.
tall person by any stretch. But we were still very, very little. So it was just four little boys running around in
Four lads in flannel.
flannel nightgowns, and it was the greatest thing in the world. That was the best part.
Was it the free balling part? Or
It was the flannel. I was like the feel of flannel was very nice. I used to have a really nice flannel nightshirt that I used to own. That was a crazy weird plaid one that I had for a very, very long time.
Oh my goodness! If you ever want to buy Danny D a present, now you know what to buy.
Don't buy me anything.
A flannel nightshirt.
No.
I love it. I'm gonna look for. Well, now we have our
If you want to do it, it's great. It's unsolicited flannel nightshirts is where I have an issue.
Okay. But like, I think this is fun. This could be like our spring summer look, and then we could get matching flannels for the fall.
It's
winter.
possible. It's possible.
I know how much you love to match me.
It is the most ridiculous thing I can possibly think.
No.
But I'm very excited because we're gonna have some really good foods to drink today. I'm gonna make some very, very classic, what I consider nightcaps.
So why don't we explain to the people what the inspiration?
Okay, well let's do that. I thought that's what I was doing,
Oh, okay.
but I would go ahead.
No.
No.
No. This.
Après toi.
No, I have
Après toi.
nothing. I just thought
You have nothing.
What's like we're doing nightcaps.
Well, that's what I was going. So I'm going to deal with. So when we talk about nightcaps, the idea is late night. Late night. It's late at night. You're just about to go to bed, or you've come in from the bar late at night. Remember when we went to bars? Oh,
I remember.
And we would come in, and it's like we just need that one last
last.
drink before we head off to slumber. But you don't want certain drinks. You wouldn't want to suddenly feel like you need to mix margaritas. You don't want to suddenly, there's a few things that make sense. A nice glass of scotch is always nice late at night. A glass of wine.
I was going to say a glass of wine.
But what I'm going to deal with is, for drinks tonight, we're going to deal with what I consider two really classic. One is a very classic nightcap. I'm going to make a Brandy Alexander.
Oh, nice.
Brandy Alexander, which is very sort of last week when we did the Muppet Show. It's weird. I always feel like I'm talking to you when you're not on camera.
I'm here.
I know you're there. I know you're there, but they don't know you're there.
They know I'm
And suddenly, as soon as you go this way, you could just disappear to them.
I fall off the
exactly.
the side.
You
the
cease
flat
to
earth.
exist.
The earth actually ends right here. I fall off and jump back on all the time.
No, so it's I got lost in what I was saying.
Muppet Show.
Muppet Show. So we made the Muppet Show.
Brandy
I made
Alexander.
the mint chocolate Kermit or the Kermit chocolate.
Kermit chocolate martini.
This is inspired. That drink is inspired by the Brandy Alexander. So there's certain elements that are similar. A couple of new things about it. It's a beautiful drink, really rich, creamy. It's that almost that perfect, like you do warm milk before you go to bed. It's that
it's
kind of
adult
thing.
warm milk.
Yeah. And then the other drink, which I found, is I also wanted something on this. I find Scotch bourbon; those are very good just before you go to bed. So we're going to make what's called the Don Lockwood whiskey cocktail.
Don Lockwood.
Don Lockwood. If you don't know who Don Lockwood is, let's actually without looking it up, and I'm going to trust that you don't Google this.
You got 5, 4.
Who is Don
3,
Lockwood?
2.
If you know it, put it in the comments. If you don't, you'll learn it in a few bits. We'll talk about who Don Lockwood is when we make the cocktail later.
Yes.
And what
I won't talk about it now.
No, don't talk about it now. I have to have something to say later.
Oh, okay, cool.
And you, Angel? What do you
tonight, we are doing something that I had never contemplated doing until you made it one
I made
night.
it for you.
And I
By
have
accident.
No, we're going to tell that
I forgot
story,
about that, yeah.
so I have something to talk about later. We'll talk about what happened the first time Dan made these in a moment or two. We're making mug cake tonight. That is MUG cake. So
are those cakes in mugs?
Those are cakes in mugs. So again, late night, you want something sweet. You're like, oh, dude, I want a cake. But either you don't feel like making a whole cake. If you do, no judgment. Eat that cake. Sit in that cake. Shower in that cake. You do you. But this is a little mini cake, like a cake à un. Cake à un. No, so cake for one in a mug. Is what we're doing, and we're going to do 2 different kinds tonight. We're going to do a little vanilla with some sprinkles. Vanilla with sprinkles. And we're going to do, I'm trying my hand, we'll see if it works out, at a microwave, like molten chocolate lava cake. So.
I like here's the one thing. I like a lava cake.
Aaron Granger's there. Sorry, you like a lava cake?
Very much. No, I don't want to say it anymore.
I just saw.
I know, but you're supposed to pay attention to me.
I am. No. I can pay attention to many things. Hi, Granger.
Well, you didn't.
I did. You like a lava cake. Aaron Granger is here. See, 2 things.
Yeah, but I feel second now.
Don't feel first. Aaron, you're second. Dan, you are first.
No, I like a lava cake, but I'm not a big chocolate person. And I find everybody makes chocolate lava cakes. And I had a lava cake once that was, I've had a strawberry lava cake, which was hot strawberry, like a hot jam inside. It was very good. And then a caramel lava cake.
Caramel lava cake, I think I can get behind. Hot jam lava cake.
Oh, no, it's a hot strawberry. It was a hot strawberry.
But hot strawberry also doesn't necessarily speak to me so much.
You like a strawberry. Lava cake. It's very good.
Oh,
strawberry
I dig
syrup.
it.
Like yummy. Yes. Shall we check a look? Check a look?
Check a look.
Let's check a look on the people. Let's see what's going on. What does everybody have to say? Who's all here?
Hi,
my
friends.
madre. Santos Ti Magnif. Santos Ti Magnif. I love that name. Hello, Misty. Mr. Colton is here.
Sean Colton.
What are you making as a nightcap, Danny? I just explained it to you.
Well, maybe you hadn't explained it.
I know. Yannick is here.
Allô, mon ami. Tu me manques beaucoup.
Yes. My grandfather's favorite drink was the
Brandy Alexander.
Yeah. Ruby Rose.
Hi, Ruby Rose.
Aaron got the answer to who Don Lockwood is.
Of course, Aaron Granger did. I miss you.
I know. It's a miracle from Aaron Granger. Thank you very much.
She's got cows and 2 kids. So
cows and 2 kids.
It's a lot.
Oh, I just have you.
It's a lot.
Yeah, so welcome everybody. If this is your first time here on the show, welcome to the show. If you've been here before, welcome back. We love you all so much. My ponytail isn't
happy enough. There we go. Was anybody else of a certain age really obsessed with the fountain ponytail? Oh my God, 3 kids.
3 kids.
We are overdue a chat.
Oh.
Maybe I knew that.
I'm just gonna fix it. There's a light right in the shot. I don't want the light in the shot.
I don't want to get too personal. I think I knew that. Maybe I didn't know that. FaceTime. We do it soon.
Lights in the shot. Don't want to light in the shot.
No, don't have the light in the shot. But hi.
Hi everybody. This is looking good. Shall we make a drink?
Surely.
Let's make a drink.
Let's do it.
See you over there. Bye. All right, let me get in here.
It's
Come here.
magic.
Look at this. All right. Look, you're in the way. Move your face.
Misty's still obsessed with the fountain pony. My dad used to get upset
Fountain
because
pony?
there was like what I have going on right now.
What is a
Because
fountain
somehow, I think for men of a certain age, like who were born in 1940, like this was a signal that perhaps I was like a loose girl. He didn't like it when I wore my ponytail on the top of my head. He'd be like, just take it down a bit. But then he also really liked collegiate sweaters and that whole like good Sandy from Greece kind of look. That was my dad's whole vibe. Well, you know, good Sandy before she became bad Sandy. I was all about the bad Sandy. Leather Sandy, yeah. But my dad was all about, like, you know, letter Sandy, not leather Sandy.
But wasn't she, okay, correct me, when Sandy is good, she's still in the Pink Ladies, right?
Well, no, she's not really accepted into the Pink Ladies until she is. And that's like right on the eve of her becoming bad Sandy.
Only when she's bad is she a Pink Lady? Because the Pink Ladies wear specifically these very pink jackets.
Yes.
Sandy never wears one.
Yes.
But she does have a pink jacket. I remember at one point she had it on her shoulders. So
I don't think she ever became a Pink Lady. Now I feel,
You don't know this movie at all.
I do. I've seen
You have
Grease like
no idea what you're
3,000
talking.
times.
Are you
but,
thinking
like,
about the country Grease?
No.
Oh.
I would like to go there 3,000
When
times.
Aristotle became a Pink Lady?
Pink Lady, yeah. All those greasers riding their fucking hot rods
Keep talking.
through the streets of Athens.
Ah, yes.
Grease. It's the word.
Grease souvlaki.
No. No.
There we go. Brandy Alexander. Named
song by Feist.
after Brandy.
She's a fine girl.
What a good wife she would be. But my...
The life, your love, and your lady is the sea. Is
No,
that
that's ridiculous. I would not go to sea. I would not go to sea. No. In fact, some may say sea. I say no. Wordplay. All right.
Multilingual wordplay.
Can you push a button for me, please?
Do it.
Let's go. This is a Brandy Alexander. Very, very classic drink. In order to make the Brandy Alexander, on here I would say we're dealing with cognac. Now, weirdly, it always says it's Brandy Alexander, but every Brandy Alexander is made with cognac, which of course cognac is just brandy from a specific region of France. We also need to have a little bit of creme de cacao, and specifically a dark creme de cacao. So last week when I didn't have it, and I wanted the light, this time I want the dark, and I do have
see,
it.
a happy accident.
It did work. And like the currant, we want a little bit of cream.
Do you need some? Oh, you've got nutmeg.
And we're going to garnish a little bit of nutmeg. Fresh nutmeg over the top. I'm going to go on to beautiful coupes.
These glasses, it's so funny. Dan said earlier tonight, every time he takes them off the rack, he's afraid because they're so delicate, but they're so beautiful. If you're looking for nice glassware and you're in Montreal, I'm not sure if they ship. That's the only reason why I specify if you're in Montreal. Alembica, Saint Laurent, and south of Jean Talon, but not by much.
No, it's like by Saint Viateur. Around St. Viateur.
Yeah, around there. It's in Little Italy. It's on the west side of the street. It's a fabulous little.
Not Little Italy. I thought it was in.
Little Italy. Little.
All right. So we're just going to cool these down. Put some ice in here. Cool our coupes down. Now we're going to start off in this with our cognac. We're using the Courvoisier. We're just doing a VS cognac. If you really want it to be a little fancy, we go VSOP.
Would you use a VSOP in a cocktail though?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Not for this type of thing, because this is accentuating really the brandy. So you really want that pronounced flavor.
I was more talking about like mixing really expensive alcohol for cocktails.
Why wouldn't you? Again, it depends what you're doing. And the drink that I'm making later, I'm going with specifically a lesser grade of whiskey because I'm making a cocktail, but that's because of the certain flavor of it. So my thing is, don't let the cost of the alcohol deter you from making a cocktail with it. Make sure the flavor of that alcohol is going to accentuate what the cocktail is you're making.
That's fair.
This is still their VS is still an excellent
Oh, and I wasn't.
Cognac. So we're doing an ounce and a half
Here,
of.
I'll pull the recipe back.
That's all right. An ounce and a half of cognac. Of course, I'm making 2, so we're doing 3.
According to your mother,
total
Sandy
ounces.
was never a pink lady.
Sandy was never a pink lady?
No, she wasn't. They didn't let her in.
Didn't let her in. Well, that's weird.
Until they like pushed her over the edge.
That's true. On top of that, it's an ounce, right? Yes.
1 ounce of creme de coco.
Around 1 ounce of creme de cacao.
Creme de coco.
So we're going to go with that. Boom. I always like to say when I'm making 2, I try and keep it. So I know I'm making the right measurements every time.
1 ounce of cream and
Yes.
some nutmeg.
And an ounce of cream. So first of all, we're going to add an ounce of cream to this. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And I again, you can use any level of cream. I'm just doing some half and half in this because I feel it drinks a little bit better.
And
They're
I feel
not
like
so heavy.
I feel like it fats a little bit better, meaning I would rather.
Yeah, but
there's
it's
a lot of
beyond.
cocktails.
Again, it's an ounce. It's not really going to be the thing that's going to put you over the scale, but it's.
But
I find it's that depends what you like. Some people really love that thick,
Weighty.
creamy, viscous. Oh,
How did
love
I
it.
know you were going to say viscous?
Well, that's because it's the texture you would be talking about when you're describing that. It's perfect for certain people. I'm not a big fan. I like it a little thinner. I like it a little lighter, a little fresh, because I don't want to take away from the dark, rich weight of the cognac.
Well, also, it's not a milkshake. You know what I mean?
I think you wouldn't really get a milkshake.
No, but I know that's really a base statement to make, but it's not a milkshake. You're making a cocktail. You don't need heavy.
All right. We fill up our shaker with ice. Top that over. Are you ready to shake in that?
I was, but I was talking. And
Oh,
you
I'm
just
sorry.
Cut me off. It's fine. I shake now.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was cutting you. What it is I cut you off is once I have ice in here, I'll make a shack. People often ask me, Danny, how long should you shake a cocktail for?
Do they?
Yes, they often ask me that on all the social medias, the TikToks, the Talks, the Twitters. And it really depends on what you're trying to do. And while you're shaking, you're doing 2 things when you shake. You want to make your drink cold. So that's why you fill it up with ice. Don't skimp on the ice. The more ice, the faster it gets cold. If you want a little bit of dilution, if you want to sort of water that drink down, because the watering is going to enhance the flavor, and a lot of times water will enhance a cocktail's flavor, shake it longer. What I'm listening to it. So you'll almost hear the...
And that's an experience thing, right?
I hope so. But you'll almost hear the edges come off the ice. Like the corners. When you start, you almost can hear the sharpness.
And then it rounds?
And then it rounds out a little bit. And that's kind of what I'm listening for. So, there we go. Let's take our cool coops. Our cool coop. Cool coops. And we're going to now just quickly pour that over. Ooh.
Over, indeed.
Made a lot more than I was expecting.
Oh, that's good, because, you know, I like me a sneaky cocktail. That looks delicious.
All right. How much we got left in there? We're good.
No.
We're good. We're good in there.
Oh, right. Sorry. I was
what
going
I'm
to
doing?
do that.
I know, but I'm in.
I am in charge.
I'm standing here trying. This is
That's all right. I'm going to walk away for 1 second.
all right. So now we're just going to garnish this. A little fresh nutmeg. We got a microplane, and we're just going to go right over top of our drink. You don't want to go crazy with that because you don't want them to be too bitter. Nutmeg will make it bitter, but it gives a great aroma to really accents that. And that is a classic nightcap, the Brandy.
Oh my goodness, Patrick Goddard is here.
Hello, Patrick Goddard. It's good to see you, my lovely friend. You missed last week when you were on the show.
Yeah, last week you were a celebrity. Now you're just a person.
Well, he's always a celebrity.
I'm just kidding. Chin Chin.
Here we are, Brandy
Cheers to you,
Alexander.
Brandy Alexander. And a very sexy cup from Alabika.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
You You can see that's like a perfect little chocolatey, delicious.
That is
but
really,
it's got some rich.
That's really good.
It's rich on the because of the cognac. Again, if you can almost do the same type of drink with any brown spirit and get a very similar. But I find it's the cognac where you get that sort of warm, like you're sitting in front of a fire. It's got a in your belly kind
But
of.
that's it. Like all of a sudden, I want you guys all to come over. We can light a fire and watch a movie and have PJs and drink these.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Okay, 2022.
2022.
Yeah, 2022.
You think it's going to be that long?
Yeah,
All right,
I do.
you do that. Brandy Alexander.
I mean, for the people that we don't know, for the people
Yeah.
that we do know, stay tuned. But
Exactly. Next weekend.
yeah,
There we are. I love that. I love the way it looks in that drink too, where it has that little perfect little.
but like how
Peak.
just how sexy is this little coupe? Like it's so
The
delicate,
Montreal coupe.
and like I love the zoop in there. Like it's a sexy glass.
It
It
is
really
tasty,
is.
magnificent. It is delicious, and so I love what I love is garnishes. A garnish should do two things. One of the things when you garnish your drink, your garnish shouldn't just be a thing you put on your drink to make it look
To make
pretty.
it look nice, like a
It adds to the drink.
Yes.
So when you take and you make you put lemon, you're expressing the oils because you want that flavor, that aroma of the lemon or the lime or the. Sorry, I know I splashed you in that. Sorry. And I find nutmeg is great because it's so, especially when you do a fresh cut nutmeg like that.
Yeah.
It's so
pungent.
It's so prominent in its nose that it adds to that flavor, so you almost get this like hot chocolatey, that sort of that eggnoggy kind of warmth about it, without actually it being a liquid ingredient.
But as much as this is going to reflect very badly on me as an Irish, Jewish consumer of way too much alcohol, the thing about cocktails is they're not slammable drinks.
That's why Patrick just said he was demoted to hoi polloi.
I'll hang with the hoi polloi.
That is a fair statement, though.
But cocktails like this are not slammable beverages. I can slam wine in a way that like it's embarrassing, and a lot of you watching know that to be true. Like I can drink wine like it's water. I find cocktails like this because of all of the things that are happening, the nose, it just becomes, it's a longer drink, if that makes any sense. And I know for a fact when I used to get home back in the day after shows, I wouldn't pour myself a wine. I'd go either for the Baileys or I'd go for a whiskey at the end of the night because I wanted that warmth.
If you like Baileys, especially at the end of the night or at the end of a meal, this is an excellent drink. And to me, it's that flavor. Cognac is such a distinct
but it's a clean flavor.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's really so rich and warm, and I love this. Yeah. It's so good.
It's making him make noises.
Ah, so good.
Yeah.
Boom. Look at us. We're so...
I'm not sure why you're high-fiving. It might just be a football. Here, wait, ready?
No, I got my microphone.
Oh, hold on. I'll do it gentle. We're really skinny.
Do it again.
We're super skinny right now. Hold on.
That's my superpower. Bounce you away. Boom!
I fell off the edge of the earth.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Shall we ask him a question? Let's ask a question, shall we? Now that we've had a cocktail, now we got a cocktail in our hands. Let's get involved with the people. Let's
talk to the people. I'm just gonna spin around and do the thing I'm not allowed to do on camera very quickly.
All right, you do that. Every week we want to, like I say, we love when you're here. We love when you get involved. Chat in the chat. We'll talk to you. We'll catch as much as we can. Oftentimes, only one of us is paying attention. So
that's not true. I'm always here.
No, I'm not criticizing you. I'm saying sometimes you're cooking and I can watch this, so that's all I'm going to say. Sometimes when one person is doing this, another person can watch here, and that's fantastic. We're two people. It's good. A lot of people who stream are only one person, and sometimes I don't understand how they can do that, just all of it by themselves.
They're ADHD.
Adam Adhead? Never mind, I don't know their name.
They've got additional heads and heads.
No.
I tried.
No. What was I saying? Who cares?
Every week.
Every week.
You can go there and I can go here.
We want to engage people, and we do that by asking questions that I think are stalling until you get back. You don't need that right now. Come on. And this week's question, now that I've completely lost my track, this week's dumb question, who cares what it is? What's your favorite late night snack or beverage? It's late at night. You're either, and we're gonna say, I'm gonna make it a statement here. Not drunk. You're not drunk.
Okay, that's
Because drunk choices are
drunk
always
choices
weirder. Actually, I want to know what your not drunk and your drunk is, because I know what mine is, I think.
Okay, so if I'm not, ironically, they're pretty similar, but not actually.
So for snack.
If I am not drunk late at night, and people are going to think I'm crazy, I will chop up a cucumber and make myself a homemade ranch dip and eat way too much dip on vegetables.
You just want a reason to eat dip.
I really just want a reason to eat dip late at night. Versus drunk me will take any form of fried potato and too many pickles. Like to the point that it'll give me indigestion because I just want to like suck the vinegar out of the pickles and eat salt. Because I'm a salty dog, and we know that, right? You?
If I'm not
drunk?
If I'm not drunk and I can have anything.
Yep.
Pie, apple pie. Apple pie is my but again, in all fairness, if apple pie is in the fridge, I will eat it if it's on for breakfast. I will.
I know this to be
apple
true.
pie is my go-to. If I'm drunk, I think my go-to snack is going to be a very specific sandwich. It's a triple deck sandwich.
Okay.
Peanut butter, jam, Nutella.
Oh, Nutella. Okay.
But it's got to be in a specific order with butter. It's got to have butter and so you got to have that.
Peanut butter and butter sandwiches. My mother used to do that when I was a kid, and it was the reason that I think when I started going to a nutritionist at 12 years old, I stopped eating peanut butter because I did not know how to divorce peanut butter from butter. If you've never had a peanut butter and butter sandwich, it is the most sinful heart attack
But I
on
think
white bread.
you add strawberry jam and Nutella to that. It's a whole.
See, but I've never. Ironically, I used to do PB and butter, never PB and J. I was never. I don't like the way they taste together.
Jam. I love jam.
I love jam on.
What's your go-to late night cocktail or drink? Any beverage.
Okay, and again, because
Not drunk.
Not drunk.
Not alcohol.
Oh, if it's late at night and I'm not drinking alcohol, I'm probably late at night drinking.
Probably dead.
Dead or asleep, actually. No, because I was ready to say, like, it depends on what level of stagger I come home at the end of the night. If I'm stagger.
No, you're not drunk.
If I'm stagger, I'll pour a glass of wine. If I'm not stagger drunk, I will pour a whiskey or whatever. And if I'm sober, I'm probably drinking water or tea. Because I'm not a hot chocolate person. I know everybody loves hot chocolate. I don't. I'm not
a big hot chocolate.
But you don't like chocolate. We're both not such.
I know. Mine is tea. I love tea. Like I love, but like, to me, it's got to be like that English white sweet tea. White sweet tea. Again, at my grandma's in our nightshirts, we would get tea at the end of the night. And in all fairness, my grandmother, the tea that she was giving children was basically a little bit of tea and then milk and then some sugar and a lot of sugar. So it was
proper British tea.
Yeah, so we really were drinking milk with a little tea for flavoring.
Okay, but what I'm loving about this is that back in the day, you and your 3 other male cousins used to get together at your grandma's house, put on her nightgowns, and have a tea party. Is basically
it wasn't a tea party. It wasn't a tea party.
You had tea.
It was a
it
was a tea meeting. I'm sorry. We weren't celebrating the tea wasn't the focus. The focus was late night watching television.
Nobody's tea party. The focus is ever on the tea.
Are you kidding me? Every time you see there's a little girl sitting around a little table and they're talking about the tea. Would you like a tea? Would you like tea? Was just a happenstance.
No,
tea was not a focus.
Tea is the social lubricant when you're a child. It's not alcohol. It's tea. It's you and your dollies.
And what I'm saying is, for
tea.
this event, tea was just there. It wasn't the focus in any sense. The focus was the social, the television, and the fact that it was late night. Tea was the thing that added to it.
I fully get what you're saying, but I also think that at a child's tea party, tea isn't really the focus either.
I disagree.
It happens to
and
be
it's
the
my
beverage,
thing.
the beverage of choice.
I disagree.
Because you're not allowed to
I understand what you're saying.
You're not allowed to have a 3-year-old cognac.
I will not agree with
Cognac
you.
princess
I'm
party.
not agreeing. But
You
if
don't-
I'm drunk.
He'll agree with me. When
No,
he's
but
drunk.
if I'm drunk, I will go for I always go for a rum sour. Right now, rum sour is my go-to drink. If I want to make a drink late at night and just want something, rum sour.
Let's ask the people.
Or mead lately.
Mead.
Mead. I
Yes,
like it.
because in our apartment there's a portal to the 16th century, and we drink mead now.
Yeah.
Let's
That's
go
what the
over
other
there.
people have to say. Brum-ba-ba-ba-bum. All right. Wow, there's a lot of people going
Oh,
in.
I love it.
That's
I love it. I
That's
love
a
it.
good
Okay.
one. Drunk from Mitzi. Noodles, like instant ramen. Warm Grand Marnier for my mother.
Not drunk. Veggies.
Dips and
Veggie
chips.
dip. It's the best.
When happy, anything chocolate. when sad. If not
Ruby
drunk,
Rose never gets
if not
sad,
drunk
sad.
chips, how did the chips get drunk?
Well, they're not drunk chips. That's what she said.
If not drunk chips. Oh, if not drunk.
If
Wait.
not drunk
So
chips.
happy is drunk and not drunk is sober?
I don't know.
I don't know what's going on here.
Oh, Fab's
Oh,
here. Hi, Fab.
Hi Fab. Charcuterie or chocolate? Jesus likes things that start like that. I think it's alliteration that she's really into.
You can't snack on alliteration though.
Late night beverage, not drunk, sweet tea or like hot chocolate. Like hot chocolate or hot chocolate?
If you get it in a box, it's kind of like hot
PB
chocolate.
and butter, PB and dill pickle. Excellent.
I have never in my life had a PB
Oh,
and
that
dill
was
pickle
I was
challenge.
very obsessed with them as a child.
Really?
Oh yeah, I love them.
Okay, I might have to try.
Late night non-alcohol drink, herbal tea or flavored bubbly water.
Buble.
Matt, childhood milky tea drinker at my English grandma's. Late night non.
Did you have to
Non-alcoholic
wear a grandma's nightgown too, Patrick? Or
Yes.
just
It's weird. He didn't even know my grandmother. She just mailed him one. Hot water and gin. That's nice. Children's tea party. Oh, the kids insist on tea.
Yeah, but are they spilling tea or are they
Yeah.
drinking tea
Yes.
or I don't know.
Tomato soup. Meeting tomato.
Oh,
okay.
It is the best tomato soup I've ever made.
Yeah. Late night alcohol drink. Always whiskey. Always. It just
Not
seems
always.
mandatory.
I've been with you at 4 a.m. when we're just
Santos.
slinging wine.
Santos says Scotch. There's a lot of good options in it. All of those are good options. If you haven't tried the other person's option, here's the thing.
Try it.
Try one. Those are really good.
Alcohol is tasty,
Hey,
especially late at night.
go over here for a second.
Going over here a second.
You know what's happening now?
What is happening, Dan? I think I'm supposed to make a cake.
You are. I'm very excited. We don't do it. I find on our show we do less sweets than anything.
Because
You're not a big
I don't hate sweets. That's not true. I'm
You
It's that time of the month, and last night I defiled handfuls
tax season?
of mini Reese's Pieces, like just like an animal. I just digging them out. and
Time to
stuff.
pay the phone bill?
Yes. So no, I don't do a lot of sweet because when I'm munchy, like
Yeah.
I normally would rather drink the juice out of a pickle jar or eat chips
Mhm.
or
But I
Do
like
something
a
salty.
little sweet at night. Yeah, and in all fairness, you say that, but I've watched you like a little sweet at night on a fairly.
yeah, but I'll have like if we order dinner and you order a piece of cake, I'll have a bite. But I will defile a plate. I will eat an entire cucumber with
But I've
like
also watched
half
you
a pound of mayo dip.
Yes, and
Yeah.
again, you're more sweet.
No,
I
you're
still
more sweet.
no. Sorry, you're more. I wouldn't say I'm a sweet tooth though either. I like sweet things at times. Now, but I'm very excited because I do like mug cakes, and I like to think I brought the mug cake
You brought mud cake into my life.
into our lives.
That's all you need.
Mug.
Just a
You
mug.
Need
You need mug.
You need
Step
mug.
1, find mug.
Tell the story of the mug cake.
Oh,
though.
hold on 1 second. I'm going to do one thing before that.
All right.
For this, if you have the option, you don't want this mug. You want this mug.
The big mug.
The bigger mug. You want to allow your
Some room
stuff
to breathe.
Yes, that. He said it.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Sometimes you say what I was going to say.
That's
so
good,
it's all fair
because
now.
I think
Now we're fair. Now we're even. Now our marriage can proceed.
Was there a question?
We were in a holding
We're
pattern
holding
until
pattern?
I equaled you.
I'm glad you
on
fixed
it
me.
on.
The other thing I like about this, I always assume not everybody has a stand mixer, but I assume everyone has a microwave. Perhaps that is wrong and elitist of me. So if so, I apologize. This is a microwave recipe. I actually do not know how to accomplish this without the microwave. So we've got a mug, and in this tiny little microwavable bowl, I have 2 tablespoons of butter that I'm just going to bang in here for a grand total of
Total, I would pronounce.
30 seconds. Now, if you are concerned about the power of your microwave, you can always melt stuff on the defrost setting. It tends to be a little bit more gentle. Okay. To this, we're also going to add, I got some milk.
Du lait.
Du lait. Oui, tu fais des cours de français. C'est très important.
Oui.
I like it.
Oui, j'étudie le français beaucoup présentement.
Oui.
Et je ne sais pas
Ça va.
beaucoup de français.
Non, mais ça va. Regarde. Il a fait beaucoup plus de français qu'il faisait avant la pandémie. Alors,
Parce que I'm moving.
yeah, je déménage.
That's not what that is? Didn't know that
Aye,
word.
aye. All right, so that is some hot bowl.
Okay, hang on. Before we go, let's.
Hold on a second. I just want to give this a little stir-ski.
You do
so
that.
we can
I'm
melt
just
it.
gonna bring. Oh, I just want to make sure everybody can say hi quickly. It's everybody say hi to Mr. Ling.
Hi, Mr. Lee.
Hi, Mr. Ling. How are you?
If you don't
So
know,
quiet.
if
He's
you
so
don't know
quiet.
about Mr. Ling,
He's so
you're
quiet
missing
today.
out on some shit.
So we're gonna come over here and just while Mr. Ling is gonna see what's going on in here. This is sorry, don't look in the dirty.
Yeah, I'll have a panic attack if you look at my dirty sink.
A panic attack?
yeah,
Well, that just seems a little extreme.
It does, but you weren't raised by
So
my
this
mother.
is the mug. As you can see, it's a normal ass mug. All of these are normal implements of destruction.
All right, I just nuked this. I'm gonna pour it in here. That's 2 tablespoons of burr. Burr.
To it.
So did you bring up the recipe?
I'm doing it right as we speak.
I'm
right
doing mine from
now.
back
So you're
here.
doing the vanilla one, right?
I'm doing the vanilla one.
That's what I
So,
was going to ask.
We've
This is the
got
recipe here.
1, 2.
I'll also go overhead so that you can see.
Oh, I'll move this mug in 1 second. Can you pass me a little?
You're right on the mark.
3. So we've got butter, we got milk. Traditionally, things that you would have in your house. In this little bowl, I have 3 tablespoons of sugar. Now, if you're diabetic, maybe not the best thing to be doing this. 3 tablespoons of sugar.
Do you know the worst ingredient to put in?
Diabetes?
No. Certain coconut oil.
Oh, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm just focusing on this because I don't want
I
this.
wasn't really just use that ingredient.
You don't want this to harden, and if it does, you can just pop it back in the micro-onde.
Audrey doesn't know what Mr. Ling is, but she loves him already. Is that how you met Duyan? Miss Vicky's spicy pickle chips. Those are very good.
Oh my! I don't like the spicy. I haven't tried spicy pickle chips.
I
But I don't like.
Miss Picky's chips.
You like
Miss Picky.
Um.
I've been watching too much Muppet
Muppets?
Show lately.
Okay, into our
So in there right now is
You've
what?
confused me. Right now there is butter,
Yeah.
milk, and I need some vanilla. I need.
Why do you have that back here? Why don't you bring it over here?
Because I'm trying to be discreet and pretend like I read it, like I've memorized all.
Well, there,
of
I put
my
it there.
ingredients.
Look how discreet it's going to be there.
And half a teaspoon of vanilla. That's
It's not
what-
in either shot.
I love it.
Except for the fact that I just told everybody.
Well, I was gonna say, but whatever.
The magic behind the camera.
This is half a teaspoon of vanilla.
Half a
We're just gonna give this another little whoop. My butter is still, as you can see, it's still liquid, so that's pretty groovy.
So it's mine if you ask.
Oh, Stop your gross.
Misty asks, for this cake, can you substitute a plant-based milk? I never have actual milk.
I don't.
I've done it before. You can do it with almond. Almond works very well.
That's a 1/4 cup of flour and 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. We're going to give this a stir again, and we're going to make sure everything is well incorporated. Have you done it with?
I've done it with almond milk. I mean, I submit, yeah, I've done it with almond milk. I haven't done it. I'm a big fan of the cashew milk right now because of the creaminess of it. But I think it'd be excellent in that because you get an interesting texture.
So I'm just trying to pull from the bottom because, again, we want to do this in a big mug, but you want to make sure because it's hard to see what's there. You don't want a bunch of flour and stuff sitting at the bottom. We want to get this all well incorporated. And the petit bonus ce soir is we're going to take some sprinkles.
Sprinkles?
If you don't have sprinkles, that's fine. But I'm taking some like Easter colored sprinkles. We're going to birthday party sprinkles.
Birthday sprinkles?
Little birthday sprinkles. We're going to mix that in there.
And again, I'm just looking at your recipe. It's only 3 tablespoons of milk. Even in this case, it's not a lot. And as long as it's, I think you have that.
My only concern because is fat content and like pasteurization and that kind of stuff and its behavior in the microwave. This happened, right? We're gonna bang this in the microwave.
Go big.
Go big or go home.
Go big,
baby.
So you've made that batter.
This took about 3 minutes, right? We're gonna put this in the microwave for 80 seconds.
80 seconds.
80 seconds.
Check your watches. Let's synchronize. 1, 2, 3.
Tick, tick, tock, mofos. And let's see what happens. I just want to give this a little rinse because, just cause. So, it's story time. The first time Dan decided to make us some mug cakes.
Late night.
It was a late night endeavor. And my best friend and I are more of the cannabis persuasion than Dan is. And my best friend had sent me a little jar, probably about this big, of coconut weed oil that I had been saving because I was a bit concerned about the concentration and I wasn't quite sure how to use it. And I was going to maybe do oil pulling with it. Wasn't sure, blah, blah, blah.
Nobody knows.
Dan decides it's late night. We're going to have some kind of I don't know, chocolate banana cake or something delicious.
I made a banana cake.
It was so good, and it called.
I don't think that has any milk in it whatsoever.
No, it called for coconut oil, and we have in our pantry regular coconut oil, but for some reason
I could not find that. I found something that said coconut oil.
He found this little thing that said coconut oil, put it in the mug cakes, made us each a mug cake, and about 45 minutes later, we're both on the couch watching TV, and he's like, "I might have used your weed oil."
Feel funny? Feel...
See, it's not
it's not that I've been high many times in my life.
Yeah, but when you're not expecting
when you're not expecting it is when you accidentally dose yourself.
And then you're like, what is happening?
You don't know it. And you feel like you're sitting there. And one thing about me, and I love edibles, but edibles hit me harder than most people I know.
They hit him harder than they hit me, and we're not.
I think is hilarious. I remember what time we did the edibles from Joe that I ended up being high for 2.5 days. I couldn't move for 1 day because I was so high, and then not to top when I accidentally dosed myself on a plane trip to Cambodia, and I got so high just before. I just realized that the chocolate I ate made me so high that I was debating in my head whether or not I could convince the pilot to turn the plane around because I was probably too high to go on an 11-hour flight.
And if you
but I wouldn't tell her because she might be upset. You might be too concerned for me.
And
that I was having this internal
debate. If you
debate.
ever doubted why they call me El Diablo, just eat the edibles. It'll be fine.
I expected. I just didn't know they were going to hit me this hard, even though I knew because I bought the edibles.
That exploded.
Whoa! Look at that.
But oh no! You know what? Here we go. Go overhead for 1 second.
We blew it up.
Blew it up. But this is an interesting thing. Okay, I'm not going to get upset about it. This to me means that our microwave is way too hot because it's not cooked on the inside. Did I forget something? It has flour. It had sugar. It actually tastes really good. But something did not happen properly.
11 in there? Let me just see. Let's check our ingredients here. We could. We could try making another one real fast.
I did this. It's got that. I don't
You have the
understand
salt?
why I got salt.
You have butter, milk, vanilla
Milk.
extract.
I think all the people watch me do that. Flour, baking powder, yeah.
I'm interested to see.
Let's eat this half-cooked cake.
We'll try if we do it in batches. Like go 80 seconds, but go 30 seconds at a time.
Yeah, I think it just got too hot. I think our microwave is just, and that's the only thing with stuff like this is that, because it's actually tasty. It's actually really tasty. It just
tastes like cake.
It looks like a disaster.
But I like to think that about myself.
I like to think that about myself too. I'm a messy snack. I'm a snack, but I'm a messy snack.
Like a exploded mug cake.
Yeah, a little bit like that.
I could eat this.
I don't know what happened to it though, because
We'll
it's
find
actually really good. I'm going to try to do it again. I just have to regroup on measuring some stuff. I'm going to try to do it again. Something didn't happen right. Because it should not have exploded like this.
Maybe that's okay. Here's a thing that I think about when you look at recipes or various different things online. Now, this may just be me.
See that? I don't.
But I think it'd be really funny to make a website of recipes.
People's shitty recipes?
Seem really good, but when people make them, what you've made is like something that's going to blow up in their face, and I think that's funny.
But you know what makes me laugh about this in a self-deprecating, but like trying to figure myself out during pandemic times sort of way. So sorry if this is TMI. We're having a therapy moment. If my shit isn't perfect, I would never dream of putting a recipe online. Like the reason I haven't posted, like I'll post the recipes for what I'm making weekly. The reason I would never make a cookbook or whatever is I'm like, maybe it's not right. Maybe it's my proportions are off. So I hold myself back from ever posting anything because like, God forbid my cake recipe ended up looking like this. And yet here I am eating it.
Good.
It's tasty.
If it's late at night,
And you're drunk, you wouldn't give a shit. This is actually really good.
I'd like this better than a cake that worked.
The bonus with this is that there's no egg in it, so you don't really have to worry that any of the stuff isn't cooked because it's flour, butter, and egg.
I'm gonna rinse this so you can make another one.
Oh, I'm making another one? Okay.
Let's try another one.
Okay.
Let's see if we go another way. See if we can fix this.
I'm gonna see.
We're gonna see if we can fix this. Because it's really good, so it's worth making.
Just not if it looks.
But if you want it to be, let's say, cake textured, this is not the right recipe for you. And I know we don't. I know I normally get upset when we wash the dishes, but we only have so many mugs right now.
Well, it's not that. It's that you need a mug of a certain size.
A horse of a different color.
Although part of me now says I kind of want to try it in a mug that's like not.
See, I made it in those gray mugs.
All right, I'm gonna try. Look here.
Well, now that I washed that, I feel stupid.
Well, no, you shouldn't feel stupid. You are helpful and wonderful, and I love your nightshirt.
Well, now
I'm gonna
feel weird.
All right, I'm gonna melt this butter right in this other mug. Let's see. We're gonna try this again. If at first you don't succeed.
Audrey, I'm not gonna. This is from Elle. I'm not gonna get mad about it, but let me tell you how it's not perfect. Hey, Donata, welcome to the show.
You know what I love about you, Audrey?
Hey, humanity, thanks for the follow.
That you know me so well and you like me anyway. Thanks for that. That's a bonus for me. I'm
just quite happy with my little nightgown.
With your nightgown?
My little nightgown. All right, so what are you doing here now?
I'm melting butter. You told me to make another one.
I'm
going to try it again.
We got time. We got lots of time to make another one.
Okay, so into this, I need to pull out my milk. We got milk.
That's what she said.
Ew. All right, Canada friends, because I don't know where else you're watching from. Are you a pour or a twist and pour? Because the twist and pour sometimes to me seems
I
odd.
like the twist and pour when the milk is half full.
Exploding butter.
Butter, just that microwave is very hot.
Yeah, that's what I think happened to our cake. So
I heard that blow up. Maybe
That's all right.
there was.
I'll wash
Hang
it.
on, I'll get that.
I wash
you
tomorrow.
Take care of that. I'll take care of this.
no, I'm just gonna actually let this sit here. It's melted fully. We're overhead still. It's fully melted. I'm just gonna let the mug cool down for like a hot second.
We'll just turn that power down. Power level. We can change the power level. There we go.
Do non-explosive. Is that an option?
From when it comes to your different power levels for microwaves, there's a few different. You have the 480 watt power level, you have the 275 watt power level, and you have explode. Ours is set to explode.
I'm not sure how much of that was true, and
None
how
of
much
it.
of that is
Absolutely
us watching the
none of
Muppets
it.
for the last 4
I
days.
made it up. Go on.
All right, so we got.
Okay, we'll get back to here. So you
Hold on.
melted some butter.
We melted some butter.
That exploded. You
See,
exploded
again,
some butter. First of all, explode some butter.
Second pass, not going much better than the first, but you know what? That's why you tune in to see how badly Diabloe will fuck it up.
Hello,
tonight.
Philip. She's Donata brought a new viewer named Philippe.
Bonsoir, Philip,
Hello,
or hello,
Philip.
Philip. Depending on.
Bonsoir, Philippe. Je m'appelle Dan et je suis un canard explosif.
Non, nous autres on a un micro-ondes explosif.
Micro-owned?
Micro-ondes.
I'm a macro-owned.
No, you're not a macro-onde.
So, what else are you going to blow up?
I'm not. I need. Where's my vanilla? Half a teaspoon of vanilla.
Ma
We're trying-
famille.
No, not my familia. My vanilla.
My vanilla famille.
That is my familia is all vanilla.
Very
so
vanilla.
yeah, we're a bit vanilla. All right, so we got that right.
I'm German English, so you're going to get more vanilla than that.
Can I have a fourcouche, please?
Forkouche.
Yes.
I got one of those.
Thank you. Okay, cool. So far, so good, right? Nothing's exploding yet because.
So, well, we haven't added heat to anything.
Shush. We did. We added heat to the butter.
And what happened? Exploded.
So far.
You literally blew up butter.
No.
Welcome
Welcome to our
to our cook show.
We're cooking show.
You know what I've never done on the cocktail segment? Never blew anything up.
You don't deal with chemistry.
I don't deal with chemistry. Do you know what happens if I don't properly temper my cognac?
Quarter cup of flour.
Nothing.
One.
Absolutely nothing.
Asshole.
That's why I'm doing the cocktail segment.
Half a teaspoon. Here, hold on. I just need to dry this out. Okay, we're
You
gonna
go.
we're gonna do it again. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be
I'm
perfect.
gonna turn the power level down.
Yes, we're gonna do that. We're
I don't
gonna
know.
do this.
I think I know how to do it.
Hold on. I need a little bit of salt. Where's my salt?
Salt.
Salt? Maybe that's why it blew up. There was not enough salt.
How much do you need?
Let's do a quarter.
Quarter?
How about?
That's
Thank
good.
you. And booyakasha. Hold on.
So we're go ahead
Oh,
and this again.
I'm like you can tell I'm frustrated because I just
Hey,
splooged-
Philippe Lorraine.
I just splooged dough all over
You
the
just
place.
don't. I'm wondering. Maybe you had. Are any of those sprinkles made of TNT?
No,
Are you sure?
I am.
Have you checked every sprinkle?
No,
So, do you know?
that's below my pay grade.
So, you don't know if you
Okay,
bought.
so hold on. Okay, we're overhead.
We're overhead.
You guys see that's that. We're
That's-
gonna try this again.
Okay, we gotta do
Hold
it
on.
straight up. You can't tilt it. There we go. That's perfect.
Okay, so we're pulling
It's
away.
a nice batter texture.
We're gonna pull away from the sides to make sure that there's not like a whole bunch of stuff hiding underneath.
Yeah, you want to make sure you get all the dry into the wet.
We're gonna you put your dry in your wet. We'll put some sprinkles in there.
And that's how you make a baby.
Hopefully, no. Put the somewhat wet into the more wet. Don't put dry into
Why
the
would
wet.
your penis be wet?
Why would you put dry and wet?
Because that way your
'cause
cake doesn't explode.
Because you're an inconsiderate human. All right, let's make cake.
I'm gonna take the power down to 50%.
Cool.
Still do 80 seconds.
It was total 80 seconds.
Or-
Let's go in.
Or should I go 30 seconds at full power?
Oy, oy, oy. Question.
You're the chef.
I was gonna say if we take the power down and we go in at 60 seconds, let's see what that.
Oh, I don't know what I did there.
I don't know what
Power
you
level.
This is my husband, the taker care of all of the electronic things.
Power level may not be changed.
All right, never mind. Let's go into for 60 seconds.
Clear. So I'm gonna
Put it on defrost for 80 seconds.
defrost for 80 seconds.
Yeah.
No, that's 8 pounds.
No, hit defrost
I
twice.
know. Defrost for 8 pounds. We got 8 pounds of cake. Somebody's got a problem. TNT sprinkles.
All right,
Is
I'm
Elle Crazy Harry.
Yes.
Is Elle Crazy
I
Harry?
am Crazy Harry.
It's I like the fact that you're a Mexican
I'm still here.
cop named
I'm still
Elle Crazy Harry.
Oh, that's clearly someone else who's been watching the Muppets. That's all.
Elle
should
Crazy
probably
Harry?
go back-
Crazy Harry or Dirty Harry?
But Crazy Harry from the Muppets.
Crazy Harry is from the Muppets. Crazy Harry is that guy off the Muppets who's, I don't know, crazy.
And Harry.
He is a little bit hairy. This says I should turn it over. Should I turn it over?
Just flip it over. Fuck it. No, I'm just kidding. But you know what?
I'm keeping an eye on it. Talk to the people.
All right, hi people. So I'm sorry that didn't work, but you know what? I'm
amazed. I think it's good that it didn't work.
I'm getting so much cooler about the fact that sometimes shit just doesn't work, and that's okay. And like I said, that still tasted delicious.
Nothing has exploded. I will say this.
Okay. We're doing
Which
it
I
on,
can't say about the butter.
but we're doing it on the defrost setting, which
On the
sometimes
defrost
again
setting.
you gotta know your appliances, friendos.
Quickly check it here. See what we got going on.
Oh.
we got. It's
Oh, we
still
have cake.
It's a little runny.
On edge cake.
We're gonna go. I'm gonna
We got we have cake.
start. We only got 6 seconds left, but I don't think that may be enough time. We may want to go full. We got 80 seconds there.
We had 80 seconds on
Let's see
defrost.
what we got here. Let's see. I'm gonna see what we got here.
Let's put it here and see.
That's not.
That's
too runny.
Okay, too. But did you show the people what was too runny?
No, sorry. There we are.
We're on this
There
journey
we are.
together, friends.
So it's cakey.
It's un peu trop
I'm gonna
liquide.
go another 30 seconds here.
I think you should do it. Go gadget. 30 seconds.
Let's go main camera here.
Let's go
So it's a
main
little
camera.
more interesting than just looking at a board.
Well, no. I mean, we're both here with our football,
Yeah, but it was just showing the board.
football shirts on.
Yeah, but it wasn't showing that.
Well, that's fine.
All right, Ducac.
What do the people say? 20 seconds at
I
a
voted
time.
for Ducac.
TNT sprinkles. Ah ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. There's a lot of, you guys are very
Okay, we're getting
ah.
there. We are getting cakey.
How much sugar did I use? I used 3 tablespoons of sugar.
It's a cake. You want to make it
Wait,
sweet.
did I put sugar in it this time?
Nope. There's no
I did.
sugar in this
No, I
cake.
did.
You
I did.
just made bread.
No, I made cake. I'm sure I put the sugar in.
All right. I think we got something here. I think we got something here. It may be a little bit.
Okay, hold on.
Let's try a little cake. Where's our?
I washed it because we used the other one.
Don't stop washing things.
You want to go overhead?
Well,
Okay, that looks better.
that looks cakey.
It's not like a wet mess. That was my nickname in high school. The wet mess.
There's no sugar in this.
It's good I used so many sprinkles.
If you had sugar in this, it'd be perfect.
And the irony is, for me, it's just sweet enough because of the vanilla and the butter. It's perfect.
It is. It's cakey. It's good cake. It's good cake. It is now cake.
It's now cake. Okay, so look, we're making progress. If I did it a third time, it would be freaking phenomenal.
If we put sugar in this, it'd be fantastic.
And you see, I think it tastes good.
I think it's just a little bit bland to me. Just on the edge of being bland. I get a little sweetness because of the sprinkles, definitely.
And the butter.
Well,
And the vanilla.
Not sweet butter. It's just butter. It's just salty, not salty butter.
I think it tastes
Not
good.
necessarily sweet.
It's not because I'm embarrassed at all. I think it tastes good.
You know what it tastes like? Pancakes.
Mm-hmm.
Pancakes.
Mm-hmm. It tastes like sprinkly pancakes. So
Sprinkly pancakes?
who called me out? Who called me out for the sugar?
What?
Who called me out for the sugar? Did you mean to call me out, or were you being like dead up serious, or were you like, bitch, you forgot to put sugar in your cake?
Nobody called you out for sugar.
Somebody. How much sugar did you use? None.
Did you use? You forgot the sugar. Misty is drinking Prosecco. Sugar-free cake.
Yeah.
And again, it's like a pancake. So you know what you would do with this? What I would say, this is actually quite good.
This is
Because
really
you get
good.
a little, you put a little bit of, hang on. Just want to go.
You can finish that because I was happy with the sugar level in it.
Let's add a little bit of maple syrup there.
You're gonna have my spoon.
Yes, yeah, like that.
Yeah, I liked it before. I
But,
was.
there's no sugar in that part.
No, you're fine. Sometimes when Dan makes waffles, he'll like put out sugar and butter or like syrup and butter for me. Like I find vanilla, egg, and unsalted butter is like it's the trifecta of tasty. Like and it's not just because I'm super embarrassed.
But
that I
it's
forgot
cake.
to put
It
sugar.
comes out and it's cake, and that's
It was
the
cake?
important thing.
That was the purpose.
We missed an ingredient. Fine,
but look,
whatever.
it still worked.
still cake. It was less cake before.
It was. So maybe you
But it
don't
was-
even need the sugar.
Maybe you don't even need the cake part.
Saying.
Speaking of cake,
What's happening now?
are you ready for something sexy?
I am.
Let's have some. I hit the wrong
Is
button.
it badly made
I didn't
cake?
mean to do this, but for some reason bring up an ingredient because I hit the wrong button. Speaking of sexy, we have a woman who eats food
Sexily.
for 1 minute.
It's the shortest minute on the internet.
She's here tonight.
We're bringing it to you now.
So, it's Butterscotch Blondie and a sexy woman
Who eats food
for 1 minute. That had a bit of a jiggle about it.
Butterscotch Blondie, everybody!
Butterscotch Blondie.
Go follow Butterscotch Blondie on Instagram.
Yeah. Or,
TikTok.
but don't follow her in real life.
That's creepy.
That's just weird.
I'm going to give you space because you have a lot of things.
But I'm not where. That's not where we are.
Oh, where are we?
You don't go where. Don't go anywhere. We got another question.
Okay.
This is a more complicated question.
A more complicated question?
Yes, because I'm going to mispronounce words, and you'll have to guess what the words actually
It's
are.
just my imagination.
So here is question number 2 for the evening. We previously asked people on Stir Crazy.
Bum, 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 bum.
That's not our show. I think we should have a Stir Crazy SVU though.
Oh my God. Okay, we'll talk about that after the show. Don't anybody let us forget because we'll probably forget. Stir Crazy SVU.
I want to do Stir Crazy SVU. No.
What does that do?
Previously we had asked about like what was the best late night snacks or drinks. So I just thought let's ask another question, and that question is, what is something that is best to do late at night rather than earlier in the day? What is the best thing you could do late at night? Besides, I'm going to take this off the table, sleep. And sometimes I think sleeping in the afternoon feels better. Sometimes.
Oh, I'm conflicted in answering this question.
What is
Being by yourself.
It's nice when
No,
your
no,
wife
no,
says
no,
that.
no, 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 no. I truly mean that. I find sometimes, because of the life that we used to live in the before times and the fact that we'd be out till sometimes 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and whatever, I'm not necessarily a huge morning person. But sometimes my alone time late at night is the time where I either get the most inspiration, where I feel the quietest, where it's like me and I like, and I'm the only person awake. So I think sometimes, barring sex and sleeping, one of the best things to do late at night is to be alone. And that's also if I was in a different,
and I totally get that.
and if I was in a different mental state, I might say the complete opposite.
I totally respect that. No, I totally respect that.
I like
90% of the time I'm trying to find a way to be by myself anyways.
I know. Oh, trust me, I'm your wife, remember? Oh wait. We have a funny relationship, but it works.
No, no, I get that. And I think I agree with that. I think that's a thing that happens. The thing that I find, like, there's a lot of things I like. I'm a night owl as well. I like to be up late. I don't sleep a ton anyways. So if I'm kind of person who can go to bed late and get up fairly early, not really a bit of an issue. But I think if I have to do anything that I really love to do late, is one of those. It's not always. It's not something I can actually turn on. Okay. But every now and then, it's when you get an inspiration and you decide I'm going to be creative. I'm going to write, or I'm going to create something.
And you're in flow, right?
And there's something about doing it late at night that you just feel like the world is off. And this is free time.
Yes. Yep.
This is free time. Yep. And if I get this done, it's almost like I gained a day. You know what I mean? Because
you're also not, I mean, especially now with all of us I've worked from home for over 10 years. Yeah. So, and I wear so many different hats in my professional life. I do marketing, but I also do, performance, and I also teach dance. So like, I don't live by a regular schedule, meaning most people I know in corporate is 9 to 5. Yeah. Most people I know in dance is about 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Yeah. So I don't live that, but the only time I know I'm going to be left alone is late at night. I don't have to worry that my phone's going to ring. No one's waiting on me for anything. And if I get into a creative flow spot, I could stay up till 6, 7 o'clock in the morning and be like, oh, I guess it's bacon time now.
I also think sometimes it can be forced, because every now and then, if I'm on deadline and I have to get something done, I will literally leave it till the last minute, because I find sometimes that's when the hit. When I'm forced to spark it, it sparks even better.
Because you have no choice.
And I put some interesting stuff out, so I kind of going to like that as well. I know I'm not going to sleep. I'm just going to do this work.
Yep.
And
we're so much the same, which I think sometimes is really good for us, like corporately, and sometimes for you.
We'll die early.
Let's ask the people.
What do the people have to say?
I'm gonna just take a puff of my vape.
You do that. Let's see. Free sugar. Oh, okay. Icing. I thought icing. That's a weird one to choose. Yeah, you could put icing on the cake. Watch TV. I enjoy watching TV more late at night than during the day. Yeah, I always feel like when you're watching TV during the day, you always feel like you're doing. You should be doing it. I should be working. I should be doing it.
It's like when I masturbate.
Late night deep conversations about life, love, and the universe. I am good with 2 of those.
Your life and love, right?
I'm not going to say which. You have to figure it out. I'm put it in the comments, which you guess which I'm fine with.
Donato, those are coming up fast and furious in about 6 to 8 weeks when
the
we
universe
can have people.
Is coming up?
No, late night deep conversations around a fire pit.
I hope the universe is not coming up, because I hate talking about that. Damn it!
Good call, Mystic.
Damn it! I feel such a fraud now.
Why? Because people see
Well, it's only because I don't believe that we're in the universe that everybody thinks we are. I'm like QAnon for universe.
Oh,
I'm Quniverse.
Oh, no,
I'm the Quniverse.
No.
I don't believe we're in this universe. I believe we're in a whole other universe.
Is this a?
It's not the Milky Way. We're in the Three Musketeers.
Sometimes I legit like glom on to what you're saying because I'm expecting some kind of like
Yeah.
philosophical magnum opus,
Nope.
and you come back with
Candy bar reference.
candy bars. It is what it is.
Dan, the universe terrifies me, but sometimes it helps to talk about it. Well, maybe you're in the wrong universe.
You
Ever
should
thought
go
about
to
that? Go to the Three Musketeers.
Three Musketeers galaxy. It'll
It's
be
delicious.
Galaxy and Three Musketeers.
Oh, you know what?
Universes-
Less peanuts.
Universes collide.
You know why people are have peanut allergies?
What's wrong with
Because they're
peanut?
in the wrong universe. Go to the Three Musketeers. 0 peanuts. Or caramel. Shall we get another drink in us?
I don't know. Should we?
Yes, we should. All right. Move. You're in the way.
Move, bitch.
That's how you get pregnant.
Oh, not anymore.
All right. All right. Speaking of not getting pregnant, here I am. We're going to make what's called the Don Lockwood cocktail. I was inspired to make this because if you don't know who Don Lockwood is, if it hasn't even figured it out through the chat, Don Lockwood is Gene Kelly's character in Singin' in the Rain. If you've ever seen Gene Kelly do the Singin' in the Rain where he dances around in the puddles and splashes, that character is Don Lockwood. So that Gene Kelly is quite well known for being a brown liquor drinker.
A brown liquor drinker?
A brown liquor drinker.
Brown liquor
And
drinker?
so somebody made the Don Lockwood cocktail, which is I'm very excited about this. Now, in the ingredients, if you want to pull those up.
Look at that for timing.
Yeah, I'm going to put those up. It does require orange. I don't have orange. I have lemon. So we're going to use, but lemon I think will work very well with it. So this is also, because it's sort of an old-fashioned style cocktail, we're going to make it straight into the glass, which means that when we make it, we're going to be making it with big ice. So we want to take big ice cubes, into glass.
Yes,
Boom,
like
boom, boom.
like Don Lockwood, big foot into skates.
Here, I'll do that to you.
Thanks.
All right. Now, into this. The thing about this drink is it requires both bourbon, in this case we're using Maker's Mark, and scotch. We have done very, very few scotch cocktails. In fact, probably one of the least used spirits I find for cocktails is scotch, because you find most scotch drinkers are very persnickety about using scotch. What I like about scotch, though, is scotch is, of all the whiskeys, you really can get those smoky, peaty notes. That real warmth. A lot of times you can cheat that with some mezcal, but if you really want that brown liquor, smoky quality to it, you have to go to a scotch. Now we're going to go to probably my favorite... What do you got?
No, I got
My
it.
favorite scotch for just, if you want to have a scotch around your house that's delicious, that tastes way more expensive than it is, I recommend this Teabag.
Teabag?
Teabag Scotch, yes. Teabag. It is an excellent blended Scotch whiskey. Very, very peaty, very smoky in its notes. If you not a big Scotch person, you don't know where to start, but you don't want to spend a lot of money, I recommend that. I think it's about a $30 Canadian, $32 Canadian bottle of Scotch, and it's excellent. Now, to that, we're going to add bourbon. In this case, we're using Maker's Mark. If you're going to drink bourbon, I like Maker's Mark. Drink your bourbon. So, do this. Can you bring my ingredients up, please, again?
Hold on. Audrey was telling me she was craving my chocolate dessert, and I was confused as to what chocolate dessert.
Yep, there we are.
There
So
we
we
go.
are.
It was
So, to this, we're going to start with an ounce of bourbon into each glass. And because this is sort of old-fashioned style, I always make these into the glass. Makes it very simple to do. And what I like about this is the kind of thing you can all sort of make together if you were with some friends. Everybody make their own drink, and you just sort of walk them through it. To that, we're going to add an ounce of our scotch. Something, if you're not if you're looking for what scotch to put in here, I would say put something in here a little bit smoky. Something Isla Scotch. I like Oban. That's probably my favorite. You want to go single malt, but if you want to save some money, Tebag. To that, we are going to add, and now the recipe says weirdly 3/8 of an ounce of maple syrup. What you want is just a quarter ounce is considered a small, the least amount you would put into a cocktail. So a little bit more than that. So we're going to add somewhere between a quarter and a half ounce, depending on how sweet you want this. Again, it's our old-fashioned recipe. So we're basically putting whiskey, a sweet, and a little bitter. So there we have. There's our maple syrup right into this. Now this one adds 2 kinds of bitters. I know the recipe said a single. I like to go 2 dashes on a lot of these. So we have our Angostura.
You were the master blaster of your own disaster.
There we go.
Right.
And to this, we're going to add also some chocolate bitters. This is sort of the key that makes it the Don Lockwood, is the chocolate bitter.
Why is that?
It's just that sort of the one of the sort of their variation on a maple old fashioned.
Cool.
Now, it's our there we are. So we are going to now, because it is an old fashioned, we are going to mix that up. You want to stir that. Let that big ice cube sort of cool it all down. Key of any cocktails, we want to create a little bit of dilution, and we want to get that cold. Boom, 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 boom. If you can do it. Oh, look at this.
Oh, look at that. Look at you, double fisting.
Not very good at it, but I am. Now, finally, to this,
disagree.
we want to add a little bit. We want to add a twist of orange, or in this case, I want to go lemon because I don't have any orange, but there we go.
But I think that makes an interesting point, which is that, yes, ingredients and recipes are guidelines. And when it comes to baking, for sure, it's chemistry. And you guys have seen me freak out over dough because I haven't done it properly. But when it comes to cocktails...
It hasn't exploded once. It's not worth trying.
But when it comes to cocktails, I think, you know, if you don't have the exact ingredients... without sounding obnoxious, just be smart about it. Be like, okay, well, lemon is citrus. What other citrus do I have?
Yeah.
Or this alcohol is brown alcohol. What other brown alcohol do I have? And the worst thing that's going to happen, you're going to try something once, and you're going to go, you know what? That wasn't good. And the only time it's a wasted experience is if you don't say to yourself, why wasn't it good?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what about that tasted icky? You know, but
exactly.
You can try all of this stuff. Lemon can substitute for orange, right? Like,
yep. We want to express these oils. Sorry, I just want to expressing the oils.
Express yourself, baby.
Over the drink. You want to let the lemon or whatever citrus you want to use really get in there, rim it, and there we have a Don Lockwood. A variation on the old.
Singing in the rain. Yeah.
My favorite is Good Morning.
Not Moses Supposes.
Moses Supposes is good, but I don't think
Roses.
Moses Supposes is a song. I think Good Morning is more of a song. Moses Supposes is a fun rhythmic thing. Actually, of all my favorite,
Make 'em laugh.
Make 'em laugh is the best song.
Make 'em laugh, and like the thing I love about, like, I grew up idolizing Gene Kelly. I think
that
the
is
reason,
actually really nice.
Other than the Muppets, I think Gene Kelly was the biggest influence on my artistic career. It was always the ballet at the end of the
the last number.
The
of
last
Singing
number
Raven.
at the end of
Centuries and...
But also, if you look at the last number of American in Paris, like Gene Kelly, like, put these numbers together, these epic production numbers, and like, was it Centuries?
I think it was Centuries.
But yeah. So if you don't know who Don Lockwood is, and you're not Aaron Granger, I love you and I miss you.
Or if you've never seen Singing in the Rain, it is one of the best movies that has ever been made.
Ever.
You just wiped your hair into my glass.
Did I?
Yeah. Oh well.
Hold on, no, I didn't, because it's not wet.
Well, you just wiped. No, you got it up just as it was touching. It's all right. I've drank your hair before.
I pulled you out right.
I like that. It's a little bit of a
touching.
maple, but it's nice with the whiskey. You got the smokiness in there.
This is really good, actually.
Nice.
It's very rare that I don't like your cocktails, and I always know why. And it's not about you; it's about the ingredients. This I love.
Dignity.
Always dignity.
That is very good, Patrick. Very good. One of the best lines. Must save the maple syrup. Pierre. No. Yes.
Go watch the movie.
Excellent. Such a good movie.
I think that's what. How many minutes before we can go watch that movie? 35. Okay.
All right, where are we at?
We're at. Fancy things.
We're a little bit behind, but
We're okay.
Kingpin has not been here for a while.
We also didn't plan for me to explode a cake in the
No,
microwave.
that's fair. But we actually had time, but it's all right.
Live.
We're good.
Yes.
Again, what's nice about this is we're technically a sync to set. We can be a cinq-minute.
Oui.
C'est pas de problème.
Pas de problème. Tu es tellement bilingue maintenant. J'adore.
Je n'ai pas bilingue. Je suis unilingue avec un peu de mots.
Non, mais beaucoup plus de mots qu'avant. C'est le bon.
All right.
Félicitations.
All right. So you remember what I said when I don't speak French because I don't like to to point out that I'm speaking French?
Thanks for speaking English.
I don't even like it when people... Why would you... So you go and do the same thing for a different language? That's the wrong choice you made. Stop moonwalking away.
See? I can't do nothing right. Make a decision.
That's what I've been saying for weeks. All right. No. Okay. Kingpin has not been... I'm sorry. You've done everything right. Especially married me. Best choice you ever made.
It's true. I think that all the time, actually.
I think that all the time, too.
Kingpin hasn't been here for a few weeks because he was moving.
What was I talking about? Who cares? Yeah, he was moving. He was moving. Yeah, Kingpin was moving, and he was getting all of the hideaway stored away so that he could put it... So
he could reopen one day.
One day. But he... And the whole thing is, he was supposed to be here today. But he's kind of not.
I'm perplexed and I'm intrigued.
Well,
I'm
Kingpin took the easy way out.
Okay.
And he let a friend of his do it for him.
Sometimes you got to do that.
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, stir crazies everywhere.
All of the humans.
In the hideaway.
With Kingpin!
This Colonel Schmetterling!
Und I'm telling you that's why Frank could never go back to the Cooper. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Oh, he makes the best martini and great. So dry. It's good. Oh, excuse me there. I just have the little call. I wonder who's texting with the Zoom here. Let's see. Oh! Kingpin, and how are you? It's been such a long time, with all the COVID and the isolations and stuff like that. Yeah.
Hi, Colonel Schmetterling. How are you? If you would be so kind. I do a semi-regular segment on Stir Crazy. Would you be able to do one for me? I am stuck here in the new secret location for the hideaway, and I just can't get out of here.
I would love to help. That would be so good. Yeah.
You can do it?
Yeah. So just do something. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
That is amazing. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right, Colonel. I've got to go. I'll leave you to it.
Auf Wiedersehen.
And thanks again.
Bye und ciao.
Bye-bye.
Ugh. That Kingpin, he's such a card. He's always so funny. I love this. So busy and the stuff. Oh. So what do you think we should do for the show? Hmm? Yeah. You have a good point, yeah. Oh, there they are, just like he said. Und hello, and my name is Colonel Schmetterling. I'm here with Howard. You know, this problem with the COVID is we get too cozy and we don't have the pizzazz anymore. And you look around and you're like, oh, I haven't shaved, day or two. And what can I do that will make it zah? And like Las Vegas und so Glamour und wow. And I'm going to share with you the little trick that the Kingpin showed me years ago, and I've used it ever since. Might want to wear a tie or something, but you're like, ugh, I don't have the time, or I haven't shaved, or I got to go with the meeting. I'm going to say one word to you. Asgard. Let me show you what I mean. So this is Asgard. And it's lovely silk. And they have the big wide end. And then they have the little middle. And then it goes out to the big wide end again. And they come in many colors. You can have the green, and the orange, the yellow, yeah, with the little patterns. You can have the gold and lots of joys. The trick with the Asgard is even if you don't shave and if you're a little bit stubble, you can still look sharp as a tack. And so I'm going to show you. I'm going to take this lovely Asgard and the purple, and it goes on your neck like this. And one will be the top and one will be the bottom, as always is the way. Basically, and you're going to tie like it's a forehand, but not completely. So we go over and around and over. It's just like when tying the tie under and over. But we don't want to push it down the little hole, we just keep it on top. And then we tuck it into the shirt. Like that, we tuck, tuck, tuck. Yeah. And then we have the Asgard. Und is there. Und is very elegant. Yeah. Und very sharp. Yeah, but, oh, yeah. And we have a little one for you too. Yeah. Just put it on. There you go. Yeah, now look at you. You're all ready to look so the part. So smart. Yeah. And then you have it like that. And then you don't need to shave. It looks like you're casual. You don't care. The nonchalance. What you call cool. Now I can go and see where even the men with the ties and the bow ties, they will look like the bums. And I will have and the look. I can have my drink and look sharp and enjoy life without having to worry about the tie and the shaving and maybe even the hair's a little bit messy, but you have the very intentional look. Yeah, like that, sorry. Sometimes even you can tie a different knot. It's easy peasy. Just like the first part of tying a shoelace, you go through and up to the neck. And then you just take one side and you put it in front of the other and tuck it in. Now you look, and it's very classy. And I think you can probably walk onto any rat and they will give you a drink. It's true. That's my tip. So, until next time, when Kingpin has more time and he can talk to you. This is Colonel Schmetterling. Well, you know who. Kingpin will see you next time. Until then, stay snappy. Und a good dry martini. Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum! Kingpin and the turtle.
And the turtle
I
is the
said
height
Colonel
of it.
Schmetterling.
Ja, ist
Colonel Schmetterling und der Ding, learning the ties. Yes, good.
Das ist gut,
The
ja.
ass good. Make it a little flip it and flop it, flip it and flop.
very
Right
classy.
into the barrel.
Yes.
Hey, what are we doing now?
We're gonna make another cake.
We're gonna make another cake.
We're gonna try to make another cake.
Are you sure you're not going to explode another cake?
It might explode it, but
Let's
you know
explode
what?
another
That's
cake.
why you tune in. Will she do it? Will she not?
Will it explode?
Who the fuck knows?
That should be the name of the show.
Will it explode? Into my very fancy
All right.
Cirque du Soleil mug.
Cirque du
Because
Soleil.
once upon a time, I used to work with those peeps. 1/4 cup
Here, I'm going overhead for you.
of fleur
Oh, there you are. 1/4 cup of fleur.
of farine.
Flour?
Farine.
Oh,
1/4
fleur
cup
is flour.
of sugar. We're gonna put in 2 tablespoons
Audrey wants a whole segment of just the turtle.
of le coco powder. 1 tablespoon.
Uh-huh.
Le 2 tablespoon cocoa powder.
We'll try later. I might try and do the cocoa powder trick. See if that works.
All right, we can try that. We've got 1/2 teaspoon
Half a teaspoon
of baking powder.
baking powder.
Wobble bang. And a pinch.
A pinch.
A pinch of salt.
Pinch of salt is such an abstract measurement.
I agree too, because like I've got small fingers, but
My
I
pinch
have
is bigger than your
I
pinch,
have a
you're
big
saying.
grip though. So like I'm often like, okay, what is a pinch? So we're gonna put those all in the mug,
Let's go wild on this.
and we're just gonna. These are all of our dry ingredients. We're just gonna mix them up together, friends. So look at that. We've got some flour, some sugar, cocoa powder, baking powder, pinch of salt. Into this well mixed dry ingredient mug, because of course we're making mug cakes, we are going to put 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter,
Unsalted butter.
le beurre sans sel. Where is my milk? Oh, here is my milk. We are going to put some milk.
I like to think of it as our milk.
It is our milk, especially because neither one of us actually drinks cow milk. 1
I
tablespoon.
drink cow milk. I like it a lot.
I don't. 2
I
tablespoons.
suck it right out of the cow. if I could.
3 tablespoons. I would not do such a thing. So we're going to do that, and then we're just going to mix that together. So we're just incorporating your milk and your melted butter. You see what's happening here? We're making a little bit of a dough. It's starting to
A
come
little bit of
together.
doughy. It's a little doughy down there. Here, get your hand out of the way just for a second. Just want people to see how that looks really nice.
Okay, so that kind of looks like if you've ever made a cake mix from a box, we're starting to look like that a little bit. We want, yeah, like a little bit like a brownie mix. We want to get some of those lumps out of there. So we're just going to stir that super quick. Into this, sorry, pardon me, we are putting in 1 œuf, an œuf.
Enough. Not enough.
1 egg
That's enough.
is enough. And to that as well, 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. I wish Joy Rider was watching, because 1 egg is enough is her favorite French joke. So we're now gonna break that
You know
up.
my favorite French joke is?
What?
Jerry Lewis.
Jerry Lewis is your favorite French joke? Okay, so we're gonna get that egg incorporated. Here we go. Spin, spin, sugar. Says Sneaker Pimps. I also was not smart about not removing the chalazi from my egg. That's that little white bit. So just like, let's
The
just...
chalazi?
The chalazi.
That sounds like like if you're
Like I was
if you want to chillax but you don't.
No, I was too
because you're-
lazy to take the thing off
That's
my
what
egg.
I mean. That's what I'm saying. It's like if you want to chillax, but you're doing it because you really don't want to work, you're chillazy.
No, and to me, it's a perfectly named thing because I am often too
Yeah,
lazy
I got what you did.
to take it off the thing. All right, so we've got
We
this.
got the cake now. This
Cake
is
is done. So what we're going to do into this, and you can use whatever you want. You can use high-end chocolate, whatever chocolate you have in the house. We're just going to pour about 1 ounce of that in here. I'm going to take my spoon and I'm just going to submerge that a little bit. I want dough on the top, chocolate on the inside, right? So cover that up with...
just like when you're making a baby.
Yeah, dough on the top, chocolate on the inside. I don't know what that means. And to this, so I'm just gonna...
Yes, Erin, it's a chalaise, but
In English, chalazi.
chalaise.
Too lazy.
So lazy. Like mayonnaise.
Like, or just fucking lazy. Like it was lazy of God to leave that attached to the egg.
Well, how else will the egg get its food?
So we're putting on top of this 1 tablespoon of water on the top. It might seem counterintuitive, but it might also
You're
mean
steaming
that we're not going to explode the cake.
I wouldn't count it out, though.
What I'm gonna do, timer cook, actually defrost time, 1 minute, 15 seconds.
All right.
On verra, mon beau gars. We
While
shall
that's
see.
happening,
Yes,
want to hear some beautiful music?
I would love to.
We have some beautiful music today with some 3 amazing performers.
Can we talk? Can I talk about them for 1 second?
Afterwards.
Okay.
Let me go
Yep.
so that you can deal with this.
Yep.
Here's some beautiful music.
Enjoy it, please. And there's reasons that I really want you to.
Galileo's head was on the block. His crime was looking up the truth. As the bombshells of my daily fears explode, try to trace them to my youth. Then you had to bring up reincarnation over a couple of beers the other night. Now I'm serving time for mistakes made by another in another lifetime. How long till my soul gets it right? Can any human being ever reach that kind of light? Call on the resting soul of Galileo, king of night vision, king of insight. Talk about my fear of emotion, which I never could explain. Some other fool across the ocean years ago must have crashed his little airplane. How long till my soul gets it right? Can any human being ever reach that kind of light? Call on the resting soul of Galileo, king of night vision, king of insight. I'm not making a joke, you know me, I take everything so seriously. If we wait for the time till our souls get it right, then at least I know there'll be no nuclear annihilation in my lifetime. I'm still not right. Do-do. Offer thanks to those before me. That's all I've got to say. 'Cause maybe you've squandered big bucks in your lifetime. Now I have to pay. But then again, it feels like some sort of inspiration to let the next life off the hook. Or she'll say, look what I had to overcome from my last life. I think I'll write a book. How long till my soul gets it right? Can any human being ever reach the highest light? Except for the resting soul of Galileo, king of night vision, king of insight. How long
Blah, blah, blah. That was
Adina Katz, Andrea Superstein, and Holly Goatee Frankel.
Yay!
Okay, I'm crying. Big surprise. I need to talk about those three. I'm going to talk about those three women for a second. I met Adina Katz in 1988. So a lot of you who are watching, that was like years before you were born. That's when we met. I met Holly Goatee probably in 1993, and I met Andrea Superstein in like 1994. So these are like women that I love and admire, and like we used to do musical theater together, and I'm crying because I'm so overwhelmed to be able to have them. Oh, shut up, Elle Diabloe. But yeah. Yay!
Yay!
That's so
I just
cool.
thought they were good music.
They are really good music, and they're super freaking talented.
Your cake.
I made a
did
cake.
not explode.
It did not explode.
We were a little trepidatious with it.
We
is what I
were,
would say. So let's take a look at what we got.
Go overhead.
It's cakey.
It's cakey. It expanded the way.
What's fun to watch is it literally comes like a souffle out of the cup.
So let's see if it's got lava-ness to it.
Okay, let's see what we got.
Ready? Here we go. You go first. I'll let you go. Oh, well, there is some.
It's cakey. Definitely cakey.
There's definitely some chocolate stuff happening here.
Oh, we'll talk about that. But underneath it, there is some runny, gooey chocolate.
This is like a microwave lava cake. So like at 3 a.m, when you're like, dude, why doesn't Uber deliver to me? I need something sweet. You have the stuff in your pantry to throw some shit in a mug and make yourself a little cake. And normally at 3 a.m, it don't have to be perfect. You don't really give a shit. You just want it to taste good and get in your face fast.
Yeah.
So, ta-da!
Let's go. Hey, I want to see something. I want to see if something works. Here, want to try an experiment?
Okay.
Okay. I saw this on TikTok.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, we're TikTok people now.
We're TikTok people now. All right. We got some cocoa powder here.
Okay.
I'm going to just take a spoon.
Oh my goodness. But hold on. Look. Can you go overhead for one quick
Oh, yeah,
sec?
yeah, for sure. Go on overhead.
Go overhead for 1 second. Look at what's happening with this cake. So it's not a traditional lava cake, meaning it's not exploding from the center, but where it exploded from was from the sides. And this is like a super tasty treat.
It is. It's gooey. It's got what I feel is like you've got, because of the extra chocolate you put in there, some of the cake batter didn't set, but I'm cool with that. It gives it that lava quality to it.
As long as the egg...
It's almost like a gooey brownie mixed with cake, mixed with lava cake.
As long as your egg is cooked, then you're fine. Nothing in this is going to hurt you as long as your egg is cooked, and at 120 seconds your egg is cooked. Yeah. So you're good. It's slimy and chocolately and delicious.
All right, I'm going to try something here. Let's see if this works. Okay. I saw this before. So this is a teaspoon of cocoa powder. Okay. I'm going to move it so it's over here.
Okay, I'll take this out of the way.
This is just a bowl of water.
Okay.
That's cocoa powder.
What's happening right now?
I'm going to put that in there.
Okay.
Look at that.
Like it came out dry?
It came out dry. Cocoa powder is hydrophilic. Basically, it doesn't get wet.
It's automatic?
It's hydrophilic. So you can go like that, and it go, touch it again.
Fuck off.
So it doesn't get wet.
You know what's like not funny about this necessarily, but like, oh my God, it's magic. Audrey Ivory sent me a message this week with a picture because she got some food for me last week, and she sent me a picture of blue garlic with a question of, is the garlic supposed to go blue? Go blue. And I was like, shit, let me look into this because I had never heard of this before. And what I learned about garlic is because of the food chemistry is the coolest thing you could possibly look at that. That's freaking amazing.
I don't even read that on there. I'm just doing it.
Hold on, that's super wet. Hold on.
Super wet.
Boop.
And
dry. So anyway, to go back to what Audrey was asking me about, apparently there are chemical compounds in garlic.
And that is why never mixes well enough.
When they get exposed to oil or vinegar, more so the vinegar, it turns the garlic blue or green. And like in our culture, that looks moldy and terrible. But apparently in Asian cultures, like the blue garlic is actually like
Quite
like
good.
quite
Different color garlic is in a
it's
lot
revered
of,
for
you
certain
got a
things.
lot
So
of
I
different-
found that really, really
purple.
interesting.
The more purple the garlic, the better it is considered. Yeah, I just saw that and I thought it was a cool little trick. I wanted to see if it worked. It didn't do exactly. I mean,
No, but it
this is
pretty
just
much,
cocoa powder. This is cocoa powder is what is it when it's hydro-repulsive or whatever?
hydro-repulsive sounds like a thing.
No, I totally made that word up.
No, but it does.
Totally made
No,
it up.
but hydro-repulsive is something that would repel water.
That
no?
was I was voted actually in high school most hydro-repulsive.
Oh, well, it's good because I was voted the most hydro attractive.
You're hydro-attractive. You're auto-attractive.
Systematic.
You're grease lightning.
I'm grease lightning.
Hydrophobic? Hydrophobic is when you're scared of water.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and honestly, hydrophobic may be the word. I'm not sure.
It actually might be.
I'm gonna go. Sean Colton said it, so it's probably wrong.
And I'm gonna go with it. Sean Colton said it. He probably knows a thing.
Or he Googled it.
Give our friend some credit.
No.
I call you by 2 names all the time, but it's because I think you're deserving of 2 names. Just saying.
No, it's the word for this. Lawlass. Lawlass was my nickname in high school.
So, some of you have been asking if you are in the Montreal area. Yes, I am making food these days.
Yeah, we will deliver you food.
I will deliver it to your door
Some of the stuff you've seen right here on the show.
for a fee. I'm in the process of trying to work out the best way to do this. Why, El
Sorry,
Diablo?
I'm going to deliver this to my
And
mouth.
You deliver that to your mouth.
Oh, stop, don't touch that. Sorry.
Why, El Diablo? What's your issue? Well, I want to provide fresh food to people within 24 hours of cooking it. So that provides a logistical issue, but I'm working on it. So if you're watching, message me if you want food. Generally in a week, I've got 2 to 3 different kinds of soups. Right now we got pierogies because I'm on a kick. And within a week, there will be a weekly menu because Audrey Ivory is forcing me to do that. And I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Audrey, for your support. And Misty for your support.
Audrey's forcing me to rob a bank, but that's an entirely different story.
That's because we have different skill sets. And
Yeah.
she knows who's
I have a
good
very
at what.
specific set of skills. If your daughter is ever kidnapped, call Liam Neeson.
Don't call Dan.
If your computer is mildly broken, give me a shout. Yeah, so I'm very excited. We've delivered this week. We had some amazing food delivered.
Well, 2 weeks.
We did the pierogies last week.
Last week we made pierogies on the show, and then I ended up delivering 3 dozen pierogies. This week I did another 3 dozen pierogies.
I would like to say in the case of the pierogies, I did 1 batch. So you did 2 dozen. I did 1 dozen.
All right, so we delivered this week. Anyway,
You delivered all of it.
Yeah, well, that's how we roll. But either way, stay tuned to the Stir Crazy Instagram. If you're not subscribed yet, please go and follow us on Insta. If you know that your friends are like bad cooks or like alone and they don't feel like cooking for themselves, or like
you just want to
once a
try our
week they're
food.
like I want to try something new, please feel free to let them know that we're here. And
How do they get hold of us?
on Insta, on the socials,
You got Instagram. You can go to Stir Crazy Show.
Stir Crazy Show on
On
Insta.
YouTube, you can. I don't know. You can send them. You can put a comment. We'll get that. And YouTube.
No, I'd rather, for food delivery, I'd rather not be dealing with YouTube, ironically. I'd rather deal with Instagram and Facebook, if possible, for the moment.
Oh, okay.
Because they come into my phone constantly, so that way I can... Either way. Or if you're like, El Diablo, I hate cooking, I need better nutrition in my week, get in touch with us personally and we can talk about it. We can figure out a meal plan for you. Maybe it's 2 nights a week, maybe it's 3 nights a week, whatever it is. We're here to help because I personally, food is my love language and it's the one thing that really doesn't make me depressed these days. So let me cook for you.
My love language is this fancy nightshirt.
And I know because I got one too. I'm wearing pants underneath. Sorry.
This is my.
That's your love language.
This is my Dick Van Dyke impersonation.
Is that the song of your people?
This is my Dick Van Dyke impersonation.
That impersonation really wants me to be a dyke. Making me want to be a dyke.
Step in time.
Be a dyke, be a dyke. No? Sorry. I thought that was the message you were giving me.
Not at all.
Oh.
I was not even saying that at all. Wow. Really, I don't know, weird. We got, I want that shirt. You can have that shirt. You have to wrestle me for it, though.
You can step in time.
Next week is an interesting show because we haven't fully decided what it's about, but we've come up with a name for it.
What is it?
It's our Seeing Red show. So for me, I'm going to make red drinks. One of the things which I've been wanting to make on the show, but I haven't done for a long time, is we're going to make a New York sour.
Okay.
Which is a whiskey sour with a red wine topper, which is one of the most beautiful sours. It's such a great flavor. Whiskey and red wine doesn't sound like it should go great together, but they're so beautiful together.
All right, and I'm not sure what I'm making because I completely forgot that was what our theme was next week. But I will come back with something that fits and is tasty for the theme of Seeing Red. It might have a lot of Thai chilies in it. It might have a lot of tomato sauce in it. I am not sure yet, but if you follow us on Facebook, as of tomorrow or the day after, you'll know what I'm making. So, woo!
Yeah. Again, if you want to order some food, where are you going? Oh, we forgot to put those on, too.
Yep.
If you want to order the food, check us on Instagram, Stir Crazy Show. Instagram, Stir Crazy Show, or get us on Facebook, again, at Stir Crazy Show. Send us a message. We will let you know what we're cooking, and we'll make sure we get out to you. Other things, if you have if you haven't checked out our store, we still have a whole bunch of the socialized but distantly stuff. Check out our shop, stircrazy.shop, including the fact that we now have a... Well, I have one over there. Why don't you just bring it out?
Oh, here we go.
This is what you're making this so weird. We also have a new color apron. Look at the new aprons.
Check me out, bitches.
Before we had the gray aprons, now we get the red aprons.
This is so much more on brand with the Stir Crazy
So if you
colors,
want the red apron, stircrazy.shop, you can order them right now.
Look, it's super sexy.
How much are they? I don't remember.
$25.
$25. Stircrazy.shop. Check that out.
It will preserve your clothes and
your
general sense of
If you
well-being.
order food and an apron, you don't have to pay for delivery. We'll just deliver. Well, you pay for the food delivery, and we'll bring you your apron as well.
Okay, sure, that's a thing.
That's the thing that'll happen.
All right.
She says she's going to have so many aprons. Thank you so much for joining us this week. We're 3 minutes. I thought we'd run long. We're running short. But it's okay. I can eat more of this cake.
You can eat some cake, and I'm dreaming of whatever hamburger I'm actually ordering after the show is over because I'm very menstrual and I want a hamburger.
I'm minstrel.
Are you but you're out of mead.
No, I'm not a minstrel.
You're minstrel.
I'm not a minstrel. I'm mistral. You're menstrual. I'm mistral.
Okay.
Which is the gender opposite.
You also.
No, I put that there on purpose.
Oh.
I wanted to have a little bit of mud cake on my face because I thought this is the trend. This is the new TikTok trend I'm starting. Cake face, I'm calling it.
Cake face?
Cake face. We did some science. No, don't overdo it. Did some science.
I did cake face.
You're perfect. We want to thank Kingpin. We want to thank the beautiful Butterscotch Blondie.
We want to thank all of you who keep coming back week after week.
The three wonderful songstresses.
Andrea Superstein, Holly Gauthier Frankel, and Adina Katz. Follow them on the Instagram. Now I want to take this off my face.
Thank you very much for following us. Check out all of our socials. Let your friends know. This helps us. Let your friends know. Bring friends in. Come watch the show together. You know, whether you do it virtually or you do it in reality. Have them do it.
We love y'all.
We'll see you next week.
We appreciate you. Mama Dirksen, Big kisses to you. Donata DeLuca, great you as always.
I'm the Divine Danny D.
I am El Diablo, and we love you. Wear a
Wear a
mask.
mask. Wear a damn mask. Ah.